I'm Moki Porter. I'm the Director of Communications for Vietnam Veterans of America. And right now I'm working on a project called The Faces of Agent Orange, which is to help the veterans understand that dioxin and Agent Orange have a generational impact.
When we went to the town hall meeting with Moki in Kentucky
2 years ago.
2 years ago, she had a meeting about the effects of Agent Orange and all the birth defects. And I couldn't believe that so many people there, their children had problems. Our second daughter, Kimberly, is the one, she was born with a cleft lip in 1973. And she's had several problems. And it was a shock to us because there was nothing in, it wasn't hereditary.
These veterans and their wives, and they stood up and they just talked about their children and miscarriages, and even after they had their children, they had so many birth defects.
Shortly after we were married, my wife got pregnant, and we were excited beyond words to have our first child. And then, after only 7 months of term, she came early. She was premature, and it was very obvious at that point that she had several birth defects.
Our veterans are dispersed throughout the communities nationwide, and we have 60,000 members, but there's no concentration. So the impact on the generations hasn't really been known. Unfortunately, your film hasn't been shown all these many years, and so most people are unaware that dioxin causes different kinds of health issues in the children and the grandchildren.
2.3 million Vietnamese children were born with cleft lip.
And but there we are, you know, we're here.
And they want to take care, not that they shouldn't be taken care of, they should be.
But we should be recognized
We should also be recognized for being serviced over there, that
and all the
we
other
have still have problems that needs to be corrected.
The government needs to step up and stop denying there's problems and find a way to help these children and these children's children as well.
So we want legislation that will establish centers of excellence that are comprised of top experts, medical experts in the country, so that these kids, who are now adults, and their children can be looked at from the perspective of dioxin and other toxic chemicals. And instead of getting multiple misdiagnoses, they can actually be treated in a very empathetic manner and receive care.
At this stage, with the 3 leaks in her heart, they feel that if it gets any worse, it's inoperable, and eventually it will take her life.
We need to still do something. We're not all gone, and we got a fight left in us.
I've been to Vietnam, and I've seen the effects of Agent Orange dioxin on the children there, but I'm only now starting to learn about what the impact that it's had here on our veterans, and it's a major civil rights issue, I think, that I didn't even really know about until now. There aren't very many people in my generation that even know anything about the Vietnam War, much less about Agent Orange, and that it's still happening, that there are still people suffering from a war that's, you know, long over. And I think I'd have to say that I think that people should be educated and that they should care, even if it's the past, because, I don't know, it sounds really cheesy, but it's because it's through our past that we can actually help have a better future. And I think it's really important.